Are we ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the performer you're about to meet is not your ordinary miracle worker. He's a sought-after speaker and facilitator who uses magic to help teams boost empathy and build better relationships. He delivers keynote addresses and facilitates workshops at conferences and team meetings. But tonight he's here to challenge your assumptions and open your minds to wonder. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Dan Trommater!
Hi, everybody!
Hi.
Isn't this exciting? Oh, it's so good to be at the Magic Castle. How many people here for the first time? A whole bunch. Have any idea what to expect?
Magic.
Relatively safe assumption? Yeah. I think we all come with certain expectations about what a night at the Magic Castle is going to be. Some of you are expecting deceit and trickery. Some are expecting an exploration of the dark arts. And some of you, no, 3 of you are expecting to have your minds read. Some of you are even expecting magic. So we start with a classic of magic involving these 3 silver dollars. Check them out. One for you, one for you, one for you. Solid discs of silver minted in the late 1800s. A gift from my beautiful wife in the front row. Aren't they lovely? Worn smooth from years of living in somebody's pocket. 1, 2, and 3. Thanks. I'm going to endeavor to be as fair about this as I can be. I'll hold all 3 coins right here at the tips of my fingers so that other than the coins, you can tell that my hands are indeed empty. In fact, I'll push my sleeves back a little bit because I don't want you to think the sleeves have anything to do with it. Now, one at a time, all 3 coins travel. They travel from the tips of the fingers over here to the tips of the fingers over there. You didn't know what to expect. It wasn't fair. So, now you know what to expect. Watch. 2 and 1. I'll just hold them a little bit farther apart. Thanks. Nothing hiding, just the 3. And you know what? With 3 coins, the fact that 2 of them have already traveled, I feel like if this one goes now, the whole trick's going to be over too soon. So I'll go ahead and I'll put one back. We'll do it again. Thanks for noticing. You know, I know why this is hard to follow. It's hard to follow because there's 3 coins and you only have 2 eyes. It's not fair. So, just make it a little easier. Just focus on this top coin. In fact, I'll hide the bottom coin in my hand. That way you can just focus your attention on this. And now you know what to expect. You might see it go. It's lame. I think it's better when they go invisibly like that. And that's 1, 2, 3. Isn't that cool? Doesn't that look just like magic? It's not. It's just an illusion, but that's okay because illusions are amazing. And magic, oh, I love magic. Magic reminds us of all the wonder in the world. And it forces us to challenge our assumptions. And that's what my work's really all about. My wife tells me I make too many assumptions. Well, I mean, she doesn't say it out loud, but I'm sure she thinks it. So I'm going to show you something that you not only assume is impossible, you know it's impossible. It involves this little wooden box and a $100 bill. I brought the box. Who's got a bill I can borrow? Doesn't have to be 100, but it's hilarious with 100. You're reaching. Yeah? Oh, you got something? Oh, cool. All right, what's it going to be? I see singles. That's not that funny. Good. Oh, it is 100. Amazing. That's great. I'm Dan. You are?
Eric.
Eric, I'm going to give you this loaded marker. Ask you to sign your name right across the face of that bill, nice and large, so that everybody can see it all the way in the back.
I love that.
Watch the wall. Careful.
Oh, I won't write on the wall.
Well, I love that you didn't even hesitate. It's only a minor felony what you're doing there. Thanks, Eric.
You're welcome.
Minor felonies are like being kinda pregnant. Eric's signature at both ends of the bill identifies this bill so that we know that it is indeed his. So that at the end of this whole affair, nobody thinks that we're dealing with some bogus duplicate. A lot of times you go see a magician, they don't tell you what to expect. I'm going to tell you exactly what to expect. I'm going to fold Eric's bill into a nice, neat little bundle. I'll put that bundle inside of my empty left hand. I'll wave my empty right hand over top of it. It will disappear, fly invisibly through space, and land in the little wooden box. You know that this is impossible. The bill. The wave. The disappearance. The complete lack of reaction. It's because you know there's more. I promise more. Eric, come on around, hand off the drink to a friend.
All right.
Come on around behind the table. Open up the box. Inside you'll find a bag. Go ahead and open up that bag. Pull out what you find therein. I'll take the bag. Perfect.
Goes with my drink.
Yeah, you know what that is, yeah?
Lime.
A lime, yes. More specifically, that is a $100 lime.
I got a good deal.
Oh, good, perfect. Everybody's happy. This is important, Eric. Inspect that lime. Make sure there's no holes, no cuts, no slits, no errors, no secret points of entry. It is indeed an unadulterated piece of citrus, yes?
100%.
Fantastic. Let's cut that baby open, shall we?
Okay.
You got a knife?
I do not.
You do not.
I decided not to bring it because they never let me into these places with it.
Oh, that's probably wise. I brought one. I brought mine. I got a knife 3 years ago after a failed mugging attempt.
Oh, good for you.
I got to tell you, now that I have the knife, the attempts are far more fruitful. There it is. Good. So, Eric, I didn't put a $100 bill stuck to that knife, did I?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
I'm going to cut that lime in half. Well, not straight in half. I'm going to circumnavigate the equator of this little citrus planet. Grab the top, twist, and lift.
Oh my God. That's insane.
There's something in there. Grab it. Oh, it's green.
It is.
Oh, it's 100, but it can't be the same 100 because that's not possible. And yet, Eric shows you his signature.
Yeah.
And I think we'd all agree that that is possible.
That was amazing.
Thanks.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Big round for Eric. What you have just seen is impossible.
That was.
Right? I know.
That was crazy.
What you've just seen is impossible. It cannot be done. And it happened 3 feet away from you. I think that's pretty special. It's a lovely reminder of the fact that possibility is a belief. If you believe that something's impossible, then it's impossible because you're not even going to try. But if you believe that something is possible, even just a sliver of possibility, then you're going to put in the work. You're going to try and fail and try again until that thing everybody thought was impossible becomes possible. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I did this piece of magic about 10 years ago at a leadership retreat. It was a half-day affair. Right after breakfast, I did this piece of magic just to make that point about possibility being a question of belief, and then I moved on. At lunch, it became clear that I was the only one who had moved on. Because the CEO of this company came up and said, "Dan, that trick with the lime is tremendous. I know how you did it." I said, "Really?" "Well, yeah, of course." Okay, how'd I do it? So, "Oh, well, it was obvious. And then he told me his theory. It was a good theory. And I said, "Are you sure?" And he looked me right in the eye and he said, "Well, of course I'm sure. It's the only physical explanation for how you could have done that." So what I told him, and I want to share with all of you, that in the last 20 years of doing this piece of magic, I've used at least a dozen different methods. At least 12 completely different physical techniques to achieve the exact same end result. And when I told him that, he looked like I punched him in the nose. It was like his mind exploded with the idea that there could have been more than one right answer. And he thought about it, and he said, okay, if there's 12 different ways you could have done it, and I was convinced I had the only right answer, then I need to go back to the office. And I need to look at all the things that we as an organization believe we have the only right answer for, and we need to question those. I thought that was beautiful, because in that moment, he realized that by blindly following yesterday's right answers for today's problems, or worse yet, projecting those answers out into some unknown future, he was opening up himself, his company, the lives of everybody his company touched to an awful lot of risk. He was starting to challenge his assumptions. That's a long way of me saying, I'm not going to tell you how I did it. But that's okay. In fact, I think it's really important that I don't, because think about it. When Eric took the top off that lime and there was that bill, you all got a moment of wonder, something rare and precious. So if I was to tell you how I did the trick, I'd be pulling that rug of wonder out from under you, and I don't think that makes any sense. So, as you experience the Magic Castle tonight, embrace that wonder. Let's try a little thought experiment. In your mind, picture a magician, classic image of a magician. If you're anything like me, the image that you might get is tuxedo, top hat, white gloves, exactly, maybe a cane, or pulling a bunny out of the hat. Whatever image you get when you think of a magician, it's probably not this, right? But this image, right, middle-aged bald guy, glasses, comes with a whole bunch of other assumptions. That bottle of Rogaine must have been expired. Another assumption you might be making is that because I'm wearing glasses, I must have poor eyesight, when in fact I'm really lucky I still have almost perfect eyesight, and these glasses have no lenses. How many people noticed? 4 out of what? 800? We make assumptions all day, every day. And a lot of times those assumptions are useful. They make it easy to navigate the world without relearning it every day. But a lot of the assumptions that we make about people or what's possible turn out to be wrong because they're not based in fact. They're based in assumption. And they're just illusions. So I'm going to invite somebody up because I'm going to invite somebody up to experience an illusion from a slightly different perspective. And it's an illusion that was taught to me by my friend and mentor, Dean Dill. Hi, I'm Dan. And you are? Sumitha. Are you busy? No? Would you mind coming up to help? Everybody give Sumitha a big round of applause as she joins me right in that seat. Lovely. There you go. Good. So I invited you up to get a little bit different perspective and to check out these coins. These are slightly different coins. These are Canadian silver dollars. There's 4 of them. Take a good look. These were a gift when I became a Canadian citizen about 8 years ago. A gift from that fine gentleman right there, Mark Wicken. My wife and one of my best friends. This is amazing. Sumitha, they're beautiful, yes? Yep. And exactly as they appear to be, the queen back when she was young, still gracing our currency 60-some years later. Sean liked that one. Sumitha, if I lay the coins there, you can see them okay, yes? Good. Even if I cover them with the glass, they might be a little obscured, but you can still see all 4, yeah? No illusions thus far. However, if I cover them up with a little scarf, now we have to start making assumptions. We have to assume that the coins are actually still under there. Relatively safe assumption considering we can still hear them. I got one. It's right there. If I squeeze it, it becomes reality. And then another assumption starts to form that there's no way this could be one of those four, right? Sometimes people clap. Not usually. Usually it's just, how was that? So, 3 coins. You can see them. You can hear them. One, two. So, Samantha, those are the first 2 to go. One of these is next. Crazy, right? Nuts. Samantha, big finale for this one. One hand palm up if you'd be so kind. Good. I'll give you all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have none. In fact, I'll push the sleeves back a little bit more. When I take the top one back from you, though, would you squeeze tightly on the bottom 3? I take this one, you squeeze tight, turn your hand palm down. And slide your arm over that way, because I need to get in here to put the last coin on the table under the glass. And under the scarf. Isn't it amazing that nothing that I'm doing is real? It's all just illusions. I mean, think about it. There's 2 coins, and they melted into one. Oh, I mean, that's a good illusion. Sometimes when we see really powerful illusions, they feel real. And that's how it is with assumptions. They don't feel like assumptions. When we make assumptions, they feel like facts. That's why it's important to challenge those assumptions. For example, coin still there? In fact, still here. This way just a little bit.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Give it again! And so, to close, I offer a challenge and an invitation, performed with yellow cotton thread. Yellow cotton thread to represent our worldview. We each have our own way of seeing the world, our own unique perspective. And I believe that our worldview is our most significant and most important factor for happiness and success. So the challenge is to start to deconstruct your worldview. Challenge your assumptions. Reevaluate your expectations. Because when you do, I think you might find that you start to take less for granted. You start to notice all the little bits of wonder that are all around you if you only take the time to notice. So that's the challenge. Now the invitation. After my show, as you walk out that door to experience the rest of your night at the Magic Castle, I invite you to embrace wonder. Plant your feet firmly in midair and embrace all the possibility in the impossible. And then take that restored worldview with you out into the world to experience the wonder that is all around. I'm Dan Trommater. Have a lovely night at the Magic Castle.